Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Worst Possible Commander Show. It's me, it's CGB, and I'm back once again to do battle with my friends Ben, Shea,
hello,
and Blake.
Howdy.
And this week we've brought some really fun commanders to just see exactly what kind of nonsense we can get up to. We are sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code WORST at checkout at CoolStuffInc.com to show your support and love for the show. And we also have a Patreon, so check out the link in the description to see those sweet benefits, some of which we'll introduce in just a minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. What we do on this show for Rule Zero is introduce the worst possible thing we can do to our enemies, to our adversaries, to our buddies. And this week I am playing Sivitri the Dragon Master, which is 2 in Dimir for a 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker that can be my commander. And with a +1 until my next turn, my opponents can't attack me or my planeswalkers unless they pay 2 life per creature. So a little Punisher effect. The -3 is what I'm here for. The -3 says search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Yes, it's blue and black color identity, Dragon Tribal, but we're doing it in the CGB way. Now there's a -7. It says destroy all non-dragon creatures. Maybe I'll do that to you guys, maybe not. I'm mostly here because it's like having a tutor for a dragon in the command zone, so I can have a commander-ish that's a dragon that wouldn't normally be the dragon that you get. And in this Dragon Tribal CGBified deck, I have 5 dragons.
I was going to ask how many you had. Okay, yep.
Sounds right.
That's great.
Yes, perfect, but they're high impact dragons. And I'll save 4 of them for the surprise, but the worst possible is I have Astral Dragon. And I've introduced this as my worst possible before. Astral Dragon enters the battlefield and makes copies of things. You may have seen me on the stack using this combo, cheating, but using it all the same. And in this deck, I can make copies of Dance of the Dead, or Dance Battle, aka Dance of Many, to make infinite dragons. Unfortunately, they will have an upkeep that I cannot pay. Therefore, they're going to go away. So it's part of a 3-part combo. I need something like Altar of the Brood, Altar of Dementia, or Akroma's Memorial to either mill out my friends or attack them all to death with my infinite dragons. But that's what I'm up to this week. So Ben, what is the worst possible thing you can do this week?
Okay, so my commander this week is a popular Mardu commander, Kalia of the Vast, all about angels, demons, and dragons. And my worst possible is Aurelia, the war leader. So when she attacks, I do untap all creatures and do extra combat steps. Then with the artifact Helm of the Host, I can just make infinite copies of her and swing with the new one every combat and have infinite combat steps. And then of course, just for fun, and is very popular with his commander, is Master of Cruelties, and you're just dead if I swing with him and one other creature.
So, infinite combat steps. I don't think I can find a way in my mind that I would hate losing 2 more.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's actually up there,
Can we please end these combat
We
steps?
must defeat him.
How are we going to draw cards?
No, I can't draw cards if he's taking his turns.
I know, it's insane.
We'll kill him. It'll be fine.
Okay.
A mill is pretty bad, though.
A mill is pretty... it's all at once and it's from dragons.
Yeah, that is pretty
That's
weird.
the way I want to go milled
That's
out,
weird.
if I'm gonna.
Draconic
Dragon
mill?
Yeah.
You can't tell me you've been draconic milled this week.
I have not.
If you put that in the comments, you're lying.
Oh, yeah.
Shea, what have you brought this week and what is the worst possible thing it will do to us?
Yes, so this week I brought the commander Braids, Arisen Nightmare. Costs 1 and 2 black. She's a nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card.
She is a nightmare.
Seriously, yes.
So you could, 2-2-2, draw. You could draw 3 cards and hit all of us every end step.
Absolutely, and you're losing 2 life every time. So for my worst possible, I have Sensei's Divining Top, which is a 1-cost artifact, and you guys are probably familiar with the combo here with Bolas' Citadel and Aetherflux Reservoir, but essentially what I'm going to be doing is using the Divining Top to tap, draw a card, put it on the top of my library, use Bolas' Citadel to cast it, and then every time I'm casting it, I'm getting some value from Aetherflux Reservoir gaining life, lots of life, and then pew pew pew, shooting you all for 50 damage eventually.
Ben, do you have wound reflection in there?
I don't actually remember, to be honest. So we'll find out.
I learned, I don't remember where, I learned somewhere that wound reflection is really mean if you don't kill the person who has it with reservoir.
That's good to know.
Yeah, pro tip.
Yes, pro tip. And I also have an exciting patron card, patron requested card to announce that it's going to be featured in the deck. It's called Booster Tutor, and it was requested by Chris Scheffler. And so Booster Tutor is a 1 mana cost, 1 black instant. Open a sealed magic booster pack, reveal the cards, and put one of them into your hand. So that should be pretty fun. I'm hoping I get to play it.
That sounds like severe nonsense.
Yeah.
And, we should stop and be like, well, what booster packs do we have nearby? We're at a card store.
Oh.
I am not sure what is going to happen, but it could be really something.
Yes.
All right, Blake, what have you brought? And what's the worst possible thing you can do to us?
So I brought Kenrith, the Returned King, back. And the reason I decided to play him again is because he's just so versatile. You can do so many different things. And I really wanted to showcase this. So this is a very different deck than the good stuff deck I played before. So this is a more politicsy, will of the council, voting, really annoying deck. And it also is a Monarch deck. So today, I will be the king. And I've got cards like Expropriate and Brago's Representative. So Brago's Representative allows me to vote twice when I'm doing Expropriate. So that's awesome. It's also got some good combos in there. So it's got Deadeye Navigator, Peregrine Drake, and Thos Oracle, which combined with Kenrith lets me draw my deck and win the game. That's not how I want to win, but it is potentially a way I can win.
A win's a win, they
A
say.
win's a win. I also have a patron requested card, and I believe CGB, you have it over there. Could you grab it for me?
What? I'm blanking. What do I need to get?
Oh, it's a Tundra. It's your Tundra.
Tundra. Tundra. If you play it, you have to say you've been tundra struck.
Tundra struck.
Actually, I don't know why. I've got AC/DC on the brain. I've got one for each of you. Back in Black, right over here,
Yes.
and Hell's Bells for the
Oh
demons
yeah, there you
in
go.
this deck. All right, proceed.
Well, so thank you. Big thanks to Matthew, an OG fan, one of my favorite fans of the show. He's great. So thank you for requesting this card that CGB has tormented me with for so many months. It's mine now for the game.
This isn't an anti-game.
No, but thanks for the card, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I look forward to seeing you fetch it up with the first fetch
First.
land you can find. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, we have one more thing before we dive in and start this absolute nonsense, and that is Shea's salutations. Shea, what have you got?
Yes, so I've got 2 patrons to shout out today, Robert Clive and J.R. Krause. Thank you, patrons. You guys are very cool.
You guys are the best.
Thank you, patrons. And now we're going to shuffle up, figure out who goes first, and see who's going to emerge triumphant from this AC/DC extravaganza. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Ben, you've won the die roll. Take it away.
Okay. I will draw. Play a luxury suite because I have 2 or more opponents untapped.
By the way, we're going to Magic 30 in Las Vegas, probably about around the time that you watch this, if you watch it in the first couple days of release. And of course, we're crashing at the luxury suite.
Oh, yeah.
That's the tie-in for sure. So,
Nice.
But yeah, you might run into all 4 of us if you're there and maybe play some Sweet Commander. Proceed.
Your turn, Shay.
Okay. I'll play a swamp. And then I'll tap that swamp for a Sensei's Divining Top.
It starts.
Okay, we're already on the way.
Then I'll pass.
All right. I'll draw for turn.
Remove it. Kill it
I
now.
want to. But I will play a tapped Ralgren Triome and pass the turn.
All right, draw. I will play a Fable Passage, and I'm just going to go crack it and get a tapped Swamp, and I am done.
All right. I'll draw. I will play an Urza's Saga. Awesome land. Tap 2. Oh, where'd it go? And play an Orzhov Signet. I will pass.
Technicalities. You're on chapter 1.
Oh, yes.
Hello, buddy.
Chapter 1. Lore counter. Go ahead.
All right. Draw. Swamp. I'll pay 1 for a little cheeky Mana Vault.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, she can't do anything with that.
Yeah, true.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right. I'll untap, draw for turn, and I'm going to play a Flooded Strand, and I'm going to crack it.
Tundra. Tundra.
Tundra. Tundra.
Okay, we gotta synchronize it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Tundra. 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 Tundra.
All right. I got Basic Island. I got Tundra.
You've been Tundrastra.
I love you guys.
This is great. That was very fun. And then I will play a Simic Signet. I'll pass the turn to CGB.
I was wondering if you actually did need green mana. You were doing it anyway.
I would have if I did.
I'll play Darkslick Shores, which taps for blue or black. And I'll tap 2, and I will cast Dimir Signet, and I'm done.
Okay, I'll untap, draw for a turn.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yes, whoa. Now I can make like a 0/0 construct if I want. Colorless. Play an Exotic Orchard. I will tap 4 and play Kalia. Oh man.
Oh man.
This is getting spooky.
And I will pass.
On your end step, Ben. I'm going to pay 1 to use the Divining Top ability. Look at top 3. Cool. All right, go to my turn. Untap, draw. Play a Phyrexian Tower. All right, I'm going to pay 1 for a Dark Ritual.
Okay.
Add 3 black to the mana pool.
That can play a Citadel.
I'll do it.
Very cool, very chill. I'm going to use it to cast Braids.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to tap here and 3 here. Not the most mana efficient, but I'm doing stuff. I'm going to play Ophiomancer. So at the beginning of each upkeep, if you control no snakes, create a 1/1 black snake creature token with Death Touch. So with the 1 floating that I have left from the Mana Vault, I'm going to use it for the Sensei's Divining Top. Peeking at the top 3. Cool beans. I would then like to move to my end step and sacrifice Mana Vault.
To Braids. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we all have an artifact. I know you love this, Blake. Are you going to sacrifice that artifact?
If I do, I actually do nothing next turn, so I can't this turn.
Oh, I'm not sacrificing.
I'm not either.
Okay, so you'll all take 2.
Yes.
And I will sacrifice Mana Vault and draw 3 cards. Then I'm going to pass the turn.
All right.
Yes, on your upkeep, I'm going to make a snake.
All right, I'm going to play a Command Tower. All right, I'm going to pay 4 for a Teferi Master of Time.
You love that card.
It's a very good card.
It is.
I'm going to +1 Teferi to do some looting. And I will discard City of Brass and pass the turn to CGB.
I'll play a Drowned Catacomb, another blue-black land. I'm going to cast my commander, Sivitri Dragon Master. And we're going to minus and go to 1 loyalty to search my library for a dragon card, put it in my hand, and shuffle. All right, you guys seem to have cool stuff going, so I'm fetching Dragon Lord Silumgar, which can gain control of target creature or planeswalker when it enters the battlefield. And that's going to my hand. And that's all. That's it. Just, you know, do your thing. Move to end step.
Oh, I'm going to +1 to Fairy and loot. Oh, that was a good one. I will discard Hinterland Harbor.
Proceed. Ben, it's your turn.
Untap me stuffs. Draw a card. At my pre-combat main phase, I'll tap the Urza Saga for a colorless.
Before it goes away.
Before it goes away, because I know that's a badass move.
I taught him that.
That's the
And
sickest
it'll
move
go
you got.
to 3, and I'll search for a artifact of 1 or 0. Here's my Soul Ring on the battlefield. And I have 1 floating colorless. With that floating colorless and the Soul Ring, I'll play Lightning Greaves, so I still have 1 floating. Woo! I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, I'll use the Exotic Order to tap the Orzhov Signet and the Luxury Suite for red, and use the 1 to cast Dihada, Binder of Wills. Her +2 is up to 1 target legendary creature gains Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible until end of turn. Her -3 is reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put any number of legendary cards from among them into my hand, and whatever goes in my graveyard, I create a treasure token for them, for each one. And -11 is gain control of all non-land permanents until end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste until end of turn.
How incredibly exciting.
Yeah. I will also play a swamp. I'm going to +2 Dihada. So she's now at 7. Kalia will gain lifelink, vigilance, and indestructible until my next turn. And I'll go to combat.
Yeah, I've got no effects.
I will swing
I
at
want to see this happen.
Shea.
He's not attacking me.
And I will put down Liza, Forgotten Archangel.
4/5 flying lifelink coming at Shea.
And
So
also
total
the
of
2/2.
6.
Total of 6. It's all life-linked.
Yeah, I have no blocks. So that's how much damage?
6 damage to commander. And then I'll gain 6. I don't know why I didn't do this pre-combat, but I'll equip Lightning Greaves to Kalia.
Classic.
And then I'll pass.
At the end of your turn, and a plus old Teffers.
I also have an end step effect.
Technically, you get to do it first.
Sick. I'll pay 1 for the Divining Top.
Discard Marsh Flats. And then it'll be Shea's turn.
Play War Room. That's my land for turn. Then I shall tap 3 for Evilness. Tangle Wire.
Oh. No. No. Why don't you read Tangle Wire to the class?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're getting schooled.
So it has Fading 4, which means that this artifact comes into play with 4 fade counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a fade counter from it. If you can't, sacrifice it. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player taps an untapped artifact, creature, or land he or she controls for each fade counter on Tangle Wire.
Shea's furthering the next chapter in her saga of becoming more and more evil by moving into stacks.
It does feel pretty evil. As if that weren't enough damage. I'm going to go to my end step and
Before you do that,
Post-combat main phase?
post-combat main phase, correct. Yeah, I'm going to phase out your commander.
Okay.
So it just doesn't exist until the start of your next turn.
Bye, Braids. Well, I'll pass the turn.
Cool. I will untap.
And?
I'm not at my upkeep yet. Okay, I'm at my upkeep. I could have done something. I decided not to. All right, I will then draw for turn. I'm gonna plus old Teferuni. Discarding Undergrowth Stadium. Play a nice little tapped Zagoth Trio. Pass the turn to ol' CGB, as we call him.
I will untap, and as if my hope were but a child's toy, I will retap everything to Tanglewire.
I love that card. It's so great.
I'll draw for turn. Then we're going to play Tainted Isle, another blue-black land. We're going to plus Sivitri to Chapter 2, so if you guys attack me, you lose 2 life for each attacker, and then I'm done.
End of your turn. Just gonna loot. Just gonna discard his Signet.
So I'll tap my Lightning Greaves for the Tangled Wire and my Soul Ring and 2 lands. I will play a Temple of Triumph and scry 1.
I have a feeling that actually Kalia does not care much about this
I don't think so at all.
I don't really. I
think
I'm
it's
gonna
just-
bottom that.
I think he just made a target.
I will move the Lightning Greaves tapped to Liza, that's weird. But I will plus Dihada to 9, and Kalia will gain, yet again, Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible. I'm going to swing 6 at Shea. But I do not have a creature in my
You didn't
hand.
minus Dihada?
Oh, right. Whoops.
No, man, no!
Anyway,
next turn,
time,
I
yeah.
guess.
Well, I have no flyers to block with, so I have no blocks. 6 damage.
6 again, 2 commander. And then I will pass.
I have
You get to have something first.
I'll pay 1. Look at top 3.
All set? I will loot. Discard a Nurturing Peatland.
Okay, untap. And I also am participating in the Tangle Wire upkeep. So it'll go down to 3, so I only have to tap 3 things. And I've also got Braids back here. What do I want to tap for the Tangle Wire? Probably itself. The Divining Top as well, and we'll say War Room.
Monster Snakes.
Then I shall tap 3 for a Platecrafter.
Ooh.
When he enters, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card.
Ugh.
I can't counter it.
I'm going to phase your commander out. If this is the way you're going to be, I'm going to be that way right back.
How is she supposed to sacrifice the Tangle Wire to her commander if you keep facing out her commander?
She's not going to do that.
I was going to ask nicely. I think she was
No.
going to do that.
Yeah. Too late now.
I have been known to be reasonable sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, Braids is phased out.
And then, yeah. She's going to get a 3-for-1.
Sivitri is down.
I'll sacrifice Kalia. She'll go to my graveyard now, but at my end step, it'll be returned to my hand.
And what are you sacrificing, Shea, to the Playcrafter?
Oh, yes. I will sacrifice a Sneaky Snake. Ben,
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to attack your Planeswalker for 2.
Okay, yeah. Down to 7.
I'll pass to you, Blake.
Okie dokie. Gonna untap.
Tangle Wire happens in your upkeep. And I make a snake. Fun times.
They are times.
These are times
We're
that are
having
happening.
times. You know, I'm keeping that Tundra on tap. Shock in a breeding pool. All right, after shotgunning that, I will cast a 3 visits. All right, with the 3 visits, I got a Ketria Triome, which comes into play tapped, and I am going to pass the turn to CGB.
Trying to outramp the Tangle Wire. Well,
I'm trying.
I'm just going to untap here, look at my pretty cards, and then tap 3 things.
Whee!
Wow.
Shay, you better not get a taste for these cards, because
Draw.
we're going to have a problem.
You know what? I've done it. I've been over here, haven't done nothing, haven't messed with nobody, haven't caused no ruckus. Just been keeping track of you guys and your rules. That's all I'm doing. And I've had it. I've had enough. I'm going to take 2. I'm going to play a Phyrexian Metamorph.
Okay, and copying.
Tangle Wire.
You are the worst.
Oh my god. So do we have to do it for
find
both
you.
of them then?
Yes. Yes.
I can't outramp the Tangle Wire if there's 2.
Oh no. What on earth will happen now?
Jeez.
I'm done.
So I have to tap 7 artifacts, creatures, or lands.
Yeah. If we're gonna tell a cautionary tale about discovering stacks pieces, let's tell it right.
Yeah,
No
this is.
kidding. Jeez. I'll untap.
My favorite part about Magic
Tap
is
7.
not playing Magic.
This time L minus.
There's the helm.
Oh my god.
Would be good if you could cast it.
Well, you get 4 treasures.
Yeah, I do. That's true.
No,
Alright.
is it legendary? Any
Oh,
legendary?
Yeah, you can take the helm.
Yeah, I'll take the helm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, CGB.
Sweet. I will go to combat, and I think I'll attack Shea,
No blocks.
and I'm done.
So this will be a satisfying upkeep.
Yeah, so in my upkeep, down to 2. Braids comes in. And then I will tap 2.
6.
Oh yeah, right.
Tangle.
How do you like it?
Feels great.
I don't believe her.
Hey Ben,
Hi. What's up?
if I don't attack your Planeswalker with Braids for 3, will you maybe not attack me on your next turn?
I'll agree to that.
Sweet. I don't know who to attack.
I don't think it's fair to attack me for just doing stuff you were already doing.
Yeah, you're literally playing the same cards you are. That said, you shouldn't attack me.
I was gonna
either.
say, so you're saying I should attack Blake then?
All right.
I'm not
You
saying
can hit
it.
my face.
No.
I don't care about that.
Blake-
I'm at 54. Like,
You're cool with that?
yeah.
All right, Ben, straight to your face. 3,
Okay. Take 3. Go down to 51.
pass the turn.
Braids trigger?
Oh, right, it's not
Yeah.
phased out. That's new.
It's true.
That's
It's true.
It's new.
On my end step, I would love to sacrifice a snake.
Okay, so Ben has the choice of sacrificing Liza. We do not have a choice, so you're already drawing 2 cards, and we're each losing 2 life.
Gross.
I will choose not to sacrifice.
All right, then take 2.
Take 2 and draw a card.
Yeah.
She's drawing 3 cards.
Oh, 3 cards.
Now I pass the turn.
How many cards you got?
Suspicious.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do need to discard 1. I'll be discarding Bloodghast.
All right. Upkeep with the stupid Tangle Wire triggers on the stack.
Yeah.
I am going to Generous Gift Your Commander.
You get an elephant.
Impressive.
Well,
Someone's up to some mischief.
Some shenanigans.
should I
No,
commit to
I think it's specifically mischief.
yeah, I'll respond to your generous gift with an Imp's Mischief. Change the target of target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's converted mana cost.
And what are you going to target?
You know, it is tempting to go the evil route, but I think the Lightning Greaves is going to be more beneficial.
Yeah, that's fair. Letting Greaves down.
Okay, well then I'm going to use this Tundra to Swords to Plowshares your commander.
By the way, here's your elephant.
Yeah, elephant.
And now I will tap the rest of that lovely Tangle Wire and pass the turn. Oh wait, draw.
Your draw is your end of your turn.
Draw go, literally.
Yeah.
All right, I will untap. Tangle Wire will tick down. I will tap to the first 2 Shea's Tangle Wire. 1, 2, and then to my own 1, 2, 3. Let's play an Urborg. Everybody gets swamps. I'll play a Crushing Drawbridge. It's an 0/4 defender that taps to give creatures I control haste until end of turn. And then I'm done. Shea, you don't appear to have a snake on the battlefield.
Oh, yes. There we go. Thanks for the reminder.
I will tap my 3 treasures, this swamp, and this temple for the Tangle Wires. Then I'll draw.
Did she lose the life for it, though?
I was just thinking that. 3.
Because I think you were at 24. We just realized Shea needs to lose 3 life for Imp's Mischief.
I will plus Dihada to 6, giving my elephant Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible.
That's an elephant.
Tap 4 to play Kalia of the Vast. She's back. Blake, I'm coming at you for 7.
Yeah, that's fair. I have no non-lands out. That's fair enough.
I will gain 7, going to 56.
Ooh, this is getting scary, dude. You got a lot of life.
It's just good old-fashioned beatdown happening.
dude.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
because of the Tangle Wires.
On your end step, Ben, I'm going to activate my Divining Top. Okay. Then I will go to my untap. On my upkeep, I'm going to bring the Tangle Wire down to 1. All right, pick my 4. Gonna draw for turn. Gonna tap for Cryptghast.
Swamps tap for double.
Yes. In that case, I will tap this swamp for 2 and play Jadar, Ghoul Caller of Nephalia.
That's the one that makes an undead at the beginning of each end step.
Yes.
Like an undying, not undying.
Undying.
No,
Decayed.
decayed.
You're right, you're right, you're right,
Decayed.
you're right.
Zombie
Decayed.
creature token with Decayed on my end step. Yes. Okay, with that, I will move to my end step and create a zombie. All right, passing to you, Blake.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
Your favorite.
I'll tap 4 lands to Tangleware.
Continue.
Tangle wires.
I'll draw us for turns. I'm going to play a Talisman of Unity and pass the turn.
All right, untap, tick Tanglewire down to 2, tap 1 to the Tanglewire on 1, and 2 to the other Tanglewire. I'm going to play a Prismatic Vista, and I'm going to tap it for black using Urborg. I'm going to tap 5, and we're going to cast a Gilded Lotus. Then I'm going to tap that for 3 blue, and we're going to play Lapis Orb of Dragonkind, which taps for blue, or if it casts a dragon, I can scry 2. Then I'm going to tap that for blue and Tainted Isle for colorless. I'm going to play Reckoner Bankbuster. So I just played a whole bunch of things.
That was beautifully mana efficient.
None of them attack or do anything too cool. Your turn, Ben.
Nice. Yeah, untap.
Tanglewires.
3 treasures. And that's it. Sweet.
Yeah, that
wow,
works.
I have my mana back, guys. I'll -3 Dihada, going down to 3. To reveal top 4. Ooh, that's a creature. Oh, that's not a legendary. Oh, man.
Some good stuff you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
keep.
I'll take Anya, Merciless Angel.
Can I get a read before that goes in your hand?
Sure. Anya, Merciless Angel gets 3/3/3 for each opponent whose life total is less than half their starting life total.
And what's the base power toughness?
4/4. Flying. As long as an opponent's life total is less than half their starting life total, Anya has indestructible.
Okay, then.
And then I'll make 3 more treasures. I have 6 total treasures, 3 are tapped now. I'm gonna spread the love this combat, guys.
Makes sense with the card in your hand.
Yes. Kalia is gonna attack CGB.
Okay.
Liza is gonna attack Shea. And the elephant is coming at Blake. On attack triggers, Kalia will bring out Anya, Merciless Angel.
And who's it attacking?
It has to attack
Whoever Kali is
CGB.
attacking.
Sad I asked. Okay, I know we have to go around, but I don't have anything.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing.
So how much do I take?
CGB, you take, since no one's less than half yet, you take 6. Shea, you take 4, and Blake takes 3. And CGB, that is 2 commander.
Got it.
And I will gain 4 life. I'll tap 4 to play Helm of the Hosts.
Oh my.
Oh me, oh my.
Then I will pass.
On your end step, y'all already know my Divining Top. Upkeep. That's the last counter off of Tanglewire.
So I think because mine is an enemy trigger, it resolves first. So I think you can actually tap that Tanglewire before
Yep.
it goes away as one of the taps that you
Which
have
is
to do.
sweet.
Excellent. So that's 1. Tap my snakey snake. And then I'll draw.
And Tanglewire gets sacrificed.
Goodbye.
1 is gone, guys. Yay.
Halfway home.
So I will tap my Phyrexian Tower for 2 black from Cryptghast. And I'll play Deadly Dispute. I'm going to sacrifice my Decayed Zombie here.
Okay.
Draw 2 cards. Create a treasure. I'm also going to pay 2 for Night's Whisperer. Draw 2 cards. Lose 2
Jeez.
life. So I'll tap for 4 here and sacrifice my treasure to cast Braids.
Yep.
In response, I will tap a swamp and a plains
Get it, Ben.
Come on, Ben.
to despark your Cryptghast. Exile target permanent with mana value of 4 or greater.
Yeah, so before that resolves, I'm going to tap this swamp and float 2 mana.
Okay.
and then it resolves. Okay, with my 2 floating, I'm gonna play Fell Warstone.
Okay.
Then I will move to my end step, create a decayed zombie, and I will sacrifice a snake to Braids.
Okay. So we all have to sacrifice a creature or lose 2 life, and you draw a card.
Correct.
Alas. No creature for Blake.
I'm not doing it.
I will sacrifice my elephant.
It was a generous gift anyway.
You're
Yep.
welcome, buddy.
Drawing 2. And with that, I'll pass the turn. On your upkeep, I'm gonna make a snake.
Sounds good to me. And then on my upkeep as well, I'm gonna tap some stuff down. All right, I'm gonna start with Attempt with Discovery. So, search my library for a land card and put it on the battlefield. Each opponent may search their library for a land card and put it on the battlefield. For each opponent who does this, I do it again.
More ramp.
Yeah, that's all I got, dude.
Okay.
We're gaming out here.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Shay.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. We'll start with CGB. What'd you get, buddy?
Temple of the False God.
Oh, good choice.
I got an ancient tomb.
I got a Bountiful Promenade, a Reliquary Tower, and a Forbidian Orchard.
Shea got a rock.
She did, yes.
That's a Snoopy Peanuts joke. Don't worry about it. Go on.
That was beautiful, I assume. All right. All right. I'm going to play CGB.
Yeah.
After some careful consideration,
Okay.
I'd like you to get my Forbidden Orchard token.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's really cool of you.
You know what? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to play Kenny. I'm casting relevant spells. That just worked. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Thanks to the lovely gift of the temple, I can activate this Reckoner Bankbuster on end step and draw. I'm going to tap Tangle Wire to itself. Being the first one in I don't know how long to tap nothing to a Tangle Wire except a Tangle Wire and draw for turn. You only live once, guys. Let's do
That
it.
can't be good.
Oh, it's the kind of thing. It's what we call the content play. I'm going to cast my commander. This is Sivitri Dragon Master, and does that resolve?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to -3 and search my library for a dragon.
I have a response.
Okay, I add this to the stack.
Yep, the ability's on the side.
Tap 3 and play Opposition Agent.
Oh, man. Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Shea, you searched my library.
Yeah.
You carefully analyzed my entire deck. And
Wrote the whole list down, too.
what have you chosen?
Yeah, so I picked the Astral Dragon to be exiled.
So that's just hanging out like kind of with your hand, and you can cast it when you have the 8 mana.
Cool. Okay, I'll keep it down here.
All right, Shea. It's going to be like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to play Hedron Archive, which taps for 2 colorless. And then I'm going to tap these, total of 6, including 1 from the orb, to play Dragonlord Silumgar. Flying Death Touch 3/5 when enters the battlefield. Gain control of target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control Dragonlord Silumgar. I was never sure what the target should be. But you know what comes to mind now? Your commander, Shea.
My commander.
Your commander. So, I'll just borrow this Arisen Nightmare card of yours.
Yes.
That seems fun. That seems very fun.
And Scry 2, I believe.
Yes, Scry 2 from the Orb for the Dragon. Thank you. And we'll keep 1 on top and put 1 on the bottom. I can go into end step, and with Braids trigger, I'm going to sacrifice the Forbidden Orchard Spirit that you were so generous to send this way, Blake. So, everybody has to sacrifice a creature or lose 2 life, and I will draw.
I will sacrifice Kalia, and my Inception will come back to my hand again.
I'm going to sacrifice a snake.
Makes sense? How about that, Kenrith?
I'm going to keep giving you gifts, I guess.
Thank
so I'll
you.
take 2.
And I'll draw. I needed it. Go ahead, Ben.
Okay. I'll untap.
On your upkeep, I'll make a snake.
And there is still a Tangle Wire on 1.
Yep. I will tap 1 treasure, then I'll have 5 untapped here. I'll play this Evolving Wilds.
Don't crack it.
Yeah. Nope, not doing that.
It can tap as a swamp.
Yep, there you go.
We could.
I will sack all 5 treasures
Okay.
Not a good start.
to equip the Helm of the Host to Anya, Merciless Angel.
How big is that thing?
Currently, it's a 10-10 because 2 of you are under 20. Is also indestructible. I will minus Dihada to 0, so she'll be sacrificed. And I'll look at top 4, or reveal top 4.
Aurelia. Okay.
I will choose to put all of them in my graveyard.
You're going to put them all in your graveyard.
Yes,
okay.
I am.
All right. So you get 4 treasures.
I get 4 treasures, yes. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 4 treasures to play Rise of the Dark Realms.
Gross.
Rise of the Dark Realms.
Yeah.
So what's in your graveyard?
Oh, well, you just saw the Aurelia.
Yeah.
And we also got my commander, Kalia,
Okay.
Terror of the Peaks,
Oh.
and Balor.
These are problems.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Don't
I
like
get
this.
the creature from your graveyard right
Oh,
here.
yes.
And
you
CGB
are.
and I played around it by not having any creatures.
Yeah, no
Ah.
creatures. No creatures. Weird. You know, now that I see them all there, I think I'm just going to Fierce Guardianship.
The Rise?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just wanted you to have the experience of feeling like it was going to
There you go, Shea.
resolve.
Oh, thank you.
That is
Well,
so brutal.
now I'll go to combat.
I wonder who he'll attack.
I will attack. I will make a copy at combat of Anya. Right? So they are both 10-10 indestructible flyers.
Seems good.
With a Liza as well. Yeah, I will. Let's go Liza at Blake and both Anya's at CGB.
I guess because I'm probably going to, if I take it, Shea attacks me with everything and dies and she gets her commander back. So I have to block one of them with Dragon Lord Silumgar and give Braids back to Shea anyway, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, other than that, I have to take 10. Both your creatures are indestructible, so it doesn't, yeah. This will die and Braids goes to Shea. Blake, do you take damage?
Yep, I'm going to take, I believe, 4.
All right, yep. And now I will gain 4. And I will end my turn.
At your end step?
Oh, yes. At my end step, Kalia will come back to my hand from my graveyard from Liza. Your turn, Shea.
Okay.
Now get Tangle wired.
Tangle wire for 1.
Yeah, for 1. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap the top. Play a swamp. And then I do have the Bloodghast in the graveyard, and it's got that landfall ability. So when the land enters, I may return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. I'm gonna do that. All right, well.
Copying Tangle wire is still on the table.
Yeah, no, I think I've had my fill of Tangle wire before. All right, I am going to pay 8 and play Astral Dragon.
All right.
Woo! And I am going to copy your, what is it over there?
Gilded Lotus?
Yes, the Gilded Lotus.
Okay.
I'm going to send everything at my dear friend Ben. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I'll take it.
So I will be sacrificing a snake to Braids on my end step.
Okay. I will. Actually, you first. Would you like to sacrifice Kenrith?
Nope.
I do not want to sacrifice. How about you, Ben? Sacrifice?
I don't think so.
All right. We all lose 2. Shea draws 3.
I sure do. And I will have to discard down to hand size.
See, that's how we deal with it.
Yeah, we just,
Okay, I'm going to discard a Drown Yard Temple and a Swamp. Then it's your turn, Blake.
All right. On tap. CGB, I'll let you say this in my upkeep.
One more time. Make it the Tundra.
You know what? I'll do it.
Tundra.
I'll do it. All right, I'll draw for turn. Okie dokie. I am going to tap a lovely 6. In CGB, I know you used my Forbidden Orchard token last time for evil.
Yeah, but I could really use it.
But you could really use it, so
could
you
really
can have
use
it,
it.
buddy.
Thank
I'm just
you.
reminding you that we're on a team.
Okay.
And I make a snake, yes, during Blake's upkeep.
Ah, yes. And then I'll play Archon of Coronation. This card we've seen before. When it's battlefield, I become the Monarch. And as long as you're the Monarch, damage doesn't cause you to lose life, but you still get the Monarch from me. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play a fun card. I'm going to play Coercive Portal. So this is a very interesting artifact. It's got Will of the Council. At the beginning of my upkeep, starting with me, each player votes for Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, sacrifice Coercive Portal and destroy all non-land permanents. But more likely, if Homage gets more votes, I draw an extra card. With the board state as it is, this basically is a 4 mana I draw an extra card every turn.
Okay. Starting on your upkeep, got it. Okay.
I will move to my end step, at which point Archon of Coronation will trigger, and I will draw a card. Or Monarch.
Because you're Monarch.
I'm Monarch.
Because you're Monarch. I have a Monarch token somewhere.
Yeah, I got one on my head.
Oh, legit. Okay, cool.
I'm going to pass the turn to you.
I'll untap. All these toys, Tangle Wire, no more.
Bye-bye.
I feel like this is the first breath of fresh air I've taken in about 38 turns.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going to start withdrawing with my Bank Buster. All right, I'm going to plus Sivitri, so anybody who attacks me, you're going to have to pay 2 life for the privilege. I'm going to cast Spellskite, so I can change the target of a spell or ability to Spellskite for Phyrexian or 2 life. I'm going to tap Gilded Lotus to play Midnight Clock and get that sucker ticking. Maybe I can draw some extra cards. Then we'll cast a Lightning Greaves. I'll equip my Crashing Drawbridge.
Of course.
After that, I'm done. Clock goes tick on your upkeep.
I'll play a Reliquary Tower for turn 4. Play Kalia. I will go to combat.
Yeah.
I'll make another copy.
Yeah.
There's 2 of those guys now. And they are 13/13s indestructible flyers.
That's spooky.
I
That's a lot.
will swing 1 of each of them at all 3 of you. And then Liza and Shea.
All right, so it's a 13/13 indestructible. We each have 1 of those. And
Yep.
Liza's going at Shea.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
at 14?
Yes.
Interesting. So,
Okay.
blocks.
I'm gonna block one of the big chunkies with Astral Dragon.
It didn't deserve this.
I agree. It did deserve a different life than it had this game. And then, oh yeah, I'll put a Lotus in front of the Liza.
No blocks from me.
But you won't be the Monarch.
I know.
You're gonna have to give him the crown.
I know. I think he'd look cute in it, though.
Oh,
Yeah, no blocks here. So
Okay.
damage.
Shea takes nothing.
Yep.
I go to 1.
Ben, it's time. No, I must put it upon your head.
Okay. Fair enough.
The end of the ring.
Well, that's heavier than I thought it would be.
of the
Yeah, it's real bold, actually.
Yes.
King Ben. It's got a ring to it, huh? All right.
I will gain 4 from Liza.
God, it does look good on you, dude.
Thanks. I don't know what I look like, but
The king. Oh, I didn't take any damage, by the way, because Archon of Coronation allowed him to gain the beautiful crown, but I take no damage.
I'll go to end step.
Oh, you have to lose 2 life for attacking me.
I will lose that 2 life. Yes.
Don't say I wasn't part of this game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go to end step and I'll draw my card for being Monarch. And you may go, Shea.
On your end step, Divining Top. Okay, draw.
Midnight Clock tick.
Play Urborg. I will tap 2 for a Diabolic Intent.
Okay.
I'm gonna sacrifice a snake as an additional cost.
Okay.
Okay, so I've picked my card.
Okay, what's it gonna be?
I shall pay 1 for a booster tutor.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Good.
So I have selected my sealed pack.
What is it?
New Capenna draft booster.
Okay.
All right, we're drafting from New Capenna.
Yes.
Can you pay mana of any color for the card?
No.
Okay, so it's got to be a black card.
Yes.
What if you don't get a black?
You gotta lay him down.
Yeah, I got to lay them out.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's clear some space here. Ready to Rumble, Broken Wings, Run Out of Town, Revelation of Power, Big Score, Botanical Garden, Cabaretti Initiate, Rooftop Nuisance, Skycrier,
Come on, what's the rare?
Dusk Mangler,
Dusk Mangler.
Cut Your Losses, and an Island.
Now, here's the thing. You have a Gilded Lotus still. A Gilded Lotus Dragon. So you can
That's true.
still use that to play one of these cards.
Absolutely.
Shea, are you turning into a mill deck?
You know, I'm really going for it here. You know, when in Rome.
Okay.
So I'll tap this for 3 blue, 4, 5, 6 to cast Cut Your Losses. Target player mills half their library, rounded down.
Are you planning to casualty it? Sacrifice a 2-power creature?
Oh yes, you know that would be good. I'm gonna
said.
sacrifice a zombie. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But what are the targets then? You got 2 copies.
I do have 2 copies. I'm gonna target CGB and Ben.
All right, half our library rounded down.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I get to mill 38.
I get to mill 33. Oh, look at that.
Boom.
Look at that nice Sketherix in my
God.
graveyard.
Yeah, this is fine. This is so fine right now.
Where's that Rise of the Dark Realms been?
I
It's in the
gotta,
graveyard.
I gotta examine all this. Oh my
Are
goodness.
you out of dragons now?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good question.
but that's fine. I can't search anyway.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Feels
right.
bad, man.
So Ben, I'm gonna attack you with Bloodghast and Braids.
Okay, I'll take 5. And I will crown you.
Da 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 da! Thank you, thank you.
Hail Queen Shea.
Okay, moving to my end step, I'm going to sacrifice Bloodghast to Braids.
Okay. So, sack a creature, or she draws and you lose 2.
You're gonna lose 2.
I'm gonna sacrifice this 1/1.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Rather than die.
I'll sacrifice Kalia again.
Okay, so I think I'm just drawing 1.
Yep.
And then I will also draw off the Monarch.
Yep.
All right.
How's that hand size?
I do have to discard 1, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And I'm gonna discard a swamp and pass.
D-pick.
All right, I'm gonna tick up the clock.
All right, on my upkeep. At the beginning of my upkeep, starting with me, each player votes for Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, sacrifice Corrosive Portal and destroy all non-land permanents. But I will vote for Homage, which means I will draw an extra card. If that gets the most votes or is tied. CGB.
Carnage.
Oh no.
Homage.
You get the deciding vote. Do you want the whole board to be wiped or do you want me to draw an extra card?
I will pick Homage.
Oh, nice. All right, I will draw an extra card.
Am I the only one who wants us to end?
I'm going to cast Sylvala's Stampede. This is another Council's Dilemma card. Starting with me, each player votes for wild or free. For each wild vote, which is what I'll be voting for, I reveal cards from the top of my library until I get to a creature, and I put that on the battlefield. For each free vote, I put a permanent card from my hand onto the battlefield. I vote wild.
Okay, I vote free.
I will vote free.
Free.
All right, so
All right.
that means
So I will start by revealing cards until I get to a creature, and I'll put it on the battlefield. This is going great. I have a lot of
continue.
creatures in this deck.
I bet.
Oh, the
Nice.
worst possible hit.
That's
I
what
got
we
some
do here.
gross creatures in this deck, and I will get a Dryad of the Elysian Groves.
Nice.
Yay.
Good job.
And then I shuffle the rest into my library. And then for the 3 freeze, I have no permanents in my hand.
None?
Oh my god. I had a feeling. That's why.
Card.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Oh,
You got more lands to play?
That's a Ben level get out the whip.
Yeah, right.
That's what that is.
Move to combat.
Okay. I probably shouldn't taunt while I'm sitting here dead.
Shea will attack you for 5 in the air. And then
Hi.
I will attack you for 5 not in the air. You have no blockers, correct?
Correct.
I will attack you for 5 not so in the air.
Okay. I'll take it.
I think what I'd like to do is cast Deadly Rollick to exile your Archon.
Yep, okay. That gets exiled.
Nasty.
All right, I will pass my turn.
End step. I am going to sack this Hedron Archive to draw 2 cards.
I'm sorry, at Blake's end step, I got Kalia back to my hand.
All right, I will plus the Dragon Master.
That's a lot.
Meat Hook Massacre for 13.
I will respond. I will tap these 2 and this white.
So gross.
2 Teferi's Protection.
Oh my god.
Yep. Hey, person with no permanents in hand, got anything for that?
Yeah, right.
All right, so I was a little worried about this play because Ben might kill me, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to spend 5. The Forbidden Orchard token will go to Shea. And I'm going to reanimate your Silumgar.
My Silumgar, Dragon Lord Silumgar.
Come out, buddy.
All right, it enters the battlefield and I gain control of target creature or planeswalker. I mean, since you're the one doing this, I could make the choice, but do you have a preference of what I kill?
Oh, probably the real one, right? Because we can potentially bounce the tokens. So I think the real one of these is the correct option here.
All right, then I'm gaining control of
Anya.
Anya.
You got it right.
Merciless
No, you were right there.
Angel, Anya, the one that is equipped to Helmathos. I'm gaining control of it.
So you do have the helm, but I still control the helm, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the helm is, but does the helm phase? Until your next all
really?
permanents you control phase out. Yep, so I guess the helm phases.
It will phase, yep.
Yeah.
All right, because I know when the creature phases, the equipment phases, but if the equipment phases...
It's still a permanent
Yeah.
he controls.
Anyway, all right, so this will still phase out, but I've got this one, and then hook trigger.
I lose 2. Shea, how many do you lose?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And does that include the token from the orchard?
9.
Okay, so 9 and
2.
and 2. So I'm going to gain 11, and you 2 will lose 4. All right, they died. On that note, I'm done. It's
I
pretty
will
close.
draw.
I will tick the clock.
I'll tap 3 or 4. Sorry. Play Kalia. I'll tap 5. Equipping Helm to one of the tokens. I'll go to combat. Make a 3rd token.
Yep.
I will attack 1 Anya at each of you and Liza at CGB.
All right, you have to. You sure you want to do that? Because you're losing 4.
I think I can take it
Okay.
down to 5 under starting life.
All right.
Shea, you first. Any effects?
None.
Blake.
Just a sad song.
Okay. Yep. Ben, you got it.
You did it.
All the copies of Anya go the
Good
distance,
job,
dude.
Ben.
Frickin' game.
Let's go.
Smash.
Man.
Oh, man.
Well, that was a marathon, and Teferi's Protection strikes again.
Again.
There's one more order of business, Shea.
Yes.
The crown goes to Ben.
Yes, of course.
I think it deserves a hiss on the way, though.
Oh yeah, here we go. Are you ready, Ben? Yes. There you go.
All right, let's pack them up and find our Cool Stuff Inc. card of the game. All right, it's time for the CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. Use the promo code WORST at checkout to get a discount and show your love for the show. And this one might surprise some of you. I chose Shea's Opposition Agent as card of the game. I have never felt this way in a game of Magic before. I don't know what happened. I started losing control of my I just shaking. There was a bit of rage. There was a bit of confusion. There was a bit of frustration and jealousy. I've seen people react this way to me, but I've never felt this way. It's because I was going to search for Ancient Silver Dragon, and I was going to give it haste with Crashing Drawbridge, and I was going to attack somebody, probably not Shea, and I was going to roll a d20 and see how many cards I draw, which is something I really wanted to do.
For that for you.
And instead I got nothing.
Disappointment.
I got disappointment, that's right.
Yeah.
I did.
3 mana for the amount of motions you felt, good deal.
And she got my best, my worst possible, my combo piece.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
She made 2 Gilded Lotuses of mine with
Lodi, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the card of the game, because I don't know how to explain how I feel right now without using a lot of words that I don't like to use and that get demonetized on YouTube.
Post-game hug.
Ben, go ahead. What's your card of the game?
My card of the game was Anya. Even without Helm of the Host, she is disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah,
but
a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a sweet angel.
Guys, I don't think we took our Anya damage.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is.
There we go.
There you go. I have never seen that card before, actually, ever, and it hit so hard.
Looks like it was in the 2011, one of the Commander decks, looks like.
2011, they had Commander decks back then?
Yeah, that's when Mimeoplasm came out, I think.
Wow.
The first Commander decks.
The history of Commander with Ben, King Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
And I haven't been playing nearly that long.
All right, Shea, card of the game.
Card of the game, not for enjoyment, but more for the impact that it had on the game. Tangle Wire. Not super fun, especially when there ends up being a copy of it on the battlefield. But it sure had an impact on the game, didn't it, guys?
Do you feel, let me ask you, do you feel differently about it having had it copied?
Yeah, it was much more, it was less entertaining when it was copied, that is for sure. And, gave me a lot of empathy for anybody who has to experience the Tangle Wire.
Just wait till you get op-agented next week.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All 3 of us are coming with black in our decks.
Blake, card of the game.
All right, for me it was Selvalis Stampede, because there's nothing like spending 6 mana to get a Dryad of the Elysian Groves out. And I didn't do anything this game.
That's how that feels.
All I did was a machine to tap things to Tangle Wire. Thanks.
You ramped a lot, Blake. That's
good. So I could tap more things to Tangle Wire.
We voted for something. It was some artifact. I don't know what it did.
Tangle Wire.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, you drew an extra card, right?
Yeah, some artifact.
One,
I think he's just going to say Tangle Wire the rest of the video.
Tangle Wire.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for staying till the end. It is the best thing you can do to support the show. If you would like to support the show more and possibly get a card put into one of our decks, check out patreon.com/CovertGoCrew. And check out CoolStuffInc.com, promo code WORST, where you can show how much you support the show and get yourself a discount at the same time. On behalf of Ben and Shea and Blake, you're cool.